Welcome to Amy's Crafts and Things. I'm Amy, and in today's tutorial for PE Design 11 and Palette 11, we are going to create appliques. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go into the Home tab over to Shapes, and we're going to go ahead and click on the circle. I'll hold the Shift key down to draw a circle. Let's go ahead and change that color. And I will go ahead and move that to the middle or the center of our group. I'm going to go into Shapes and I'm going to grab another shape. This time it will be a heart. I'll go ahead and draw out a heart. And I'm going to go back up into the Home tab and arrange that to the center as well. From here, I'm going to go and select all of my objects, and I am going to go under Modify Overlap and click on Set Whole Sewing. And you can see that it worked. If you look in your sewing order, you can see that the whole sewing was created. From here, we're going to go ahead and select on the outer pattern. Go to the Home tab, scroll all the way to the right. After background fill, you'll get up to Applique Wizard. Go ahead and click on that, and it will come up with a box. Now, from here on the left hand side, you have the applique material. Are you going to use applique material or no? Yes, we're going to use applique material, and I will use a running stitch. You have the option to use a cutting option as well. And in order for the cutting option to be available, you have to have a machine that is installed into your computer that will allow for your material to be cut, such as a scan and cut. So I'm going to choose a running stitch for this demonstration, and then we will have a tack down option. You can choose to have one or not. We will choose yes. You can choose zigzag stitch. You can choose an E-stitch, which resembles a blanket stitch, or a V-stitch. For this example, we will use a zigzag. The covering stitch, you can also choose between zigzag, the E-stitch, or also known as a blanket stitch, a V-stitch, or a chain stitch, which gives you two different options of a half diamond or full diamond. We will go ahead and use a zigzag stitch. We will choose a width of 3.0 millimeters and a density of 5.0 millimeters lines per millimeters. For the output pattern, you have two options. You have the option to add, which means that your covering stitches will be created around the original pattern, or you can choose to replace. And with the replace, the covering stitches will be sewn for outlines in the original patterns. So with it, we can demonstrate both. So here's the output pattern. And if I click OK, you can be able to see that it replaced, it actually created a border around your design. So we'll go ahead and we will undo that. Now we will go back and select just on the outer design, select the outer portions, and then we'll go back to the Home tab to our Applique Wizard, and we will click on Replace. This time when we click on Replace, if you look in the lower hand corner of the Applique Wizard, you will see Create an Applique with Whole Sewing. Let's go ahead and check on that and click OK. By doing this, the shape of the applique material appears as shown. When the Create an Applique with Whole Sewing checkbox is selected, you will be able to make the applique with like letters. So let's do an example with a letter. So I will go ahead and delete this from our screen. We will select all and we will delete. And I will go up into my fonts, select a font that is kind of blocky. We'll go ahead and choose this one. And I'll do a letter A. and I'll make it big so we can see. I will go up to the Home tab, over to the Applique Wizard. I will just go ahead and reset my defaults, and we will do really? Now I will show you how to create an applique using fonts. I'm going to go up into the Home tab and choose Text and the letter A on the left. I will go ahead and choose a font. It is important to know that there are certain fonts that this will not work for. This will not work for fonts number 25 and 29, user-defined fonts or small text fonts, and original patterns containing both a shape pattern and a text pattern. So for this demonstration, I will be using font number 32. I will go ahead and create a capital letter A, and I will go ahead and enlarge it so that we can see what's going on with it. With it selected, we will go to the Home tab, all the way over to Applique Wizard. We will go ahead and check on that. We will keep the applique material as yes, the tack down as a V-stitch, the covering stitch as a zigzag stitch, and we will go ahead and replace the output pattern, and we will create an applique with hole sewing, and we will click OK. And there is your applique letter A. Next, I'm going to show you how to manually create an applique using simple shapes. I will go to my Home tab, click on the Shapes button. Let's go ahead and choose a flower. Now I'm going to need 3 copies of this flower, and I do need this one to be a running stitch. So let's go Home, let's copy and paste, and from here I'm going to go to the Shapes tab, change the color very quickly to something different so that single needle machine users, your machines will stop so that you can place your fabric, and this was your tack down line. So now I'm going to go to Home and paste again, and I'm going to change that to a different color, and this is your covering stitch. So let's go ahead and choose another color, and this time, because it's the covering stitch, we're going to go under zigzag, which is the satin stitch, and you can go to these sewing attributes and we can adjust your zigzag width. I'm going to use 3.0, and the density I'm going to choose 5.0. Feel free to experiment, test sew out your projects so that you get the look that you are desiring. But that is how you create a simple applique using simple shapes manually. So now you have learned how to use the Applique Wizard and how to manually create appliques. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when future tutorials are posted. Thank you so much for watching.